Hello and welcome to Soso Kids Channel. Tonight, it's time for a cozy bedtime story. So snuggle up, close your eyes, and let's begin. Soso lived in a village nestled between a sparkling lake and a whispering wood. She loved exploring the forest with its towering trees and playful squirrels. One afternoon, Soso's grandmother gifted her a beautiful music box. Its wooden exterior gleamed with floral carvings, and when wound up, it played the sweetest melody. Now, whenever Soso felt a little blue or needed a friend, she would simply wind up the music box and hum along. The tune always lifted her spirits and made her feel better. One day, Soso decided to explore deeper into the woods than she ever had before. As she skipped along the sun-dappled paths, she noticed something strange. All around her, the trees seemed dull and lifeless, their branches bare despite it being the season for lush green leaves. And not a single bird sang in the trees. Even the playful squirrels seemed missing. Curious and a bit worried, Soso ventured further into the forest. Soon, she came across an adorable bunny rabbit sitting on a moss-covered stone. "Hello," called Soso, but the bunny didn't respond. It just stared at her with wide, unblinking eyes. Flabbergasted, Soso tried again. Double hockey sticks. "Hello." Still, the bunny remained motionless, its gaze fixed and empty. Startled by this peculiar sight, Soso quickly hopped back onto the path and continued her journey deeper into the woods. As she walked, she couldn't help but notice a pervasive silence that seemed to blanket the forest. The gentle rustle of leaves under her feet was the only sound that dared to break the unnerving quiet. Suddenly, Soso spotted an elderly deer standing majestically by a tree. Hope surged through her. Maybe the deer could offer some answers. "Excuse me," Soso began, her voice echoing in the stillness. But the deer merely stared back with vacant eyes, devoid of any recognition or response. With a heavy heart, Soso realized that the animals of this forest weren't just ignoring her. They had completely forgotten how to react, to speak, or even to acknowledge her presence. Panic started to set in. What had happened to this once vibrant forest? Why had its inhabitants become so unresponsive? Determined to uncover the truth, Soso pressed on. She walked past silent birds in the trees, their melodious songs replaced by an eerie quiet. She encountered playful squirrels who usually chattered and teased her, but now just sat motionless on branches, their lively antics forgotten. As tears welled up in her eyes, Soso stumbled upon a clearing. In the center stood a massive oak tree, its branches gnarled and twisted. An overwhelming sadness emanated from its very core. As if sensing her distress, the old oak tree began to speak in a voice as ancient as time itself. "Why do you weep, child?" it asked, its voice echoing with sorrow. Summoning her courage, Soso poured out her tale of the unresponsive animals and the joyless forest. "Can you help me, please?" she pleaded, her voice trembling with emotion. The ancient oak pondered for a moment, its leaves rustling softly in the breeze. "Long ago," it began, "this forest was filled with music, laughter, and life. The animals sang, the trees swayed to the rhythm of the wind, and my roots hummed with the joy of the earth. But then a shadow fell upon this land, and with it, the forest forgot how to laugh, how to sing, how to be. For years, silence reigned, and the forest became a mere shadow of its former self, Soso's heart ached for the suffering of the forest. Determined to help, she reached for the music box in her pocket. As she wound it up, the sweet melody filled the clearing, notes that seemed to carry the essence of joy and hope. The music box was no ordinary trinket. It held the power to awaken the sleeping hearts of the forest. As the enchanting melody echoed through the trees, something magical began to happen. Color started to return to the branches. The birds stirred, their eyes opening for the first time in what felt like forever. They chirped tentatively at first, then burst into joyous songs that soared through the sky. The squirrels peeked out from behind the trees, their bushy tails twitching with excitement, and the deer raised its head, its eyes shining with newfound life. Even the grumpy bear, who usually growled and snapped at anyone who came too close, ambled out of his den. He couldn't help but tap his paws to the rhythm of the music. And the bunny rabbit, who had been sitting so still and lifeless, suddenly hopped into a jig, its nose twitching and its eyes sparkling with delight. The forest was coming back to life, and all because of Soso's unwavering kindness and the magic hidden within her music box. Seeing the transformation, the ancient oak tree rumbled with gratitude. "You have done what we had all but forgotten," it said. "You have brought music and joy back into our lives. We are forever in your debt." From that day forward, the forest was filled with music and merriment once more. The animals sang and danced, and the trees rustled with happiness. Whenever Soso visited, the forest welcomed her with open arms and swaying branches, for she had reminded them of the beauty of life and the power of music to heal and unite. And so, Soso's legend became a tale whispered among the trees, carried on the wings of birds and echoed in the laughter of squirrels. The story of how a young girl with a kind heart and a magical music box saved a forest from forgetting how to live. And that's the end of our story for tonight. Now, I want you to think about this. Just like Soso's music, what little things make you happy? Maybe it's a favorite toy, a song, or even a special book. Remember, even in moments when you're feeling down, there's always a reason to smile. You just need to find it. So, my little dreamers, it's time to close our eyes and rest. Before we go, let's review what we learned today. The story teaches us that one person's light can awaken the whole world. Sometimes one kind action or a simple melody can change everything. Just like Soso, we all have the potential to bring joy into the lives of those around us. Now, it's time for bed. So, my little dreamers, it's time to close our eyes and rest. Before we go, let's review what we learned today. The story teaches us that one person's light can awaken the whole world. Sometimes one kind action or a simple melody can change everything. Just like Soso, we all have the potential to bring joy into the lives of those around us. Oh, and don't forget, just like the animals in the forest, you are wonderfully made and have a special purpose in this world. Keep an eye out for opportunities to share your unique gifts with others. You never know whose life you might brighten. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful journey through the magical tales of Soso. I hope you laughed, you learned, and most importantly, you never stopped believing in the power of kindness and the magic that lies within each and every one of us. Now, before we part ways, I want to send a big thank you to all the amazing supporters who make these stories possible. Your love and support mean the world to me, and I'm so grateful to have you in our Soso family. For those of you who are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an exciting adventure with Soso. And for all of our viewers, I want to remind you to keep an eye out for new episodes every week. You never know what surprises await. Until next time, my dear viewers, keep being kind, keep being curious, and above all, keep believing in the magic of stories. Sweet dreams and goodbye.